Hello, Pioneer parents. This is Mrs. Castro, and I'm trying out a new form of communication today to bring you an important message. Next year, in the 2017-18 school year, we will be having some changes made to our block schedule, our daily schedule. So we'd like to communicate some of those changes to allow you to plan for the coming year. So I'm going to take you through a quick message, and then I will also share with you some of the rationale and information that guided this process. So specifically, what's changing for next year has to do with our block schedule, our daily schedule. Our students are very used to the green and white week schedule. Specifically, here's how this affects you and your child. Our daily schedule will now be consistent with reporting times and dismissal times. Every day, our students will be expected to arrive at 8 a.m. and our school day will end at 2:50 p.m. There will no longer be early dismissal on Wednesdays or Fridays. Those of you who have children enrolled in our zero period classes, please know that there will be no change to zero period. Zero period will still occur from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. There will no longer be green and white weeks. Now we will just have our even and odd days in rotation. So what that means is that if today is an even day, tomorrow will be an odd day, and the next day will be an even day. It will just rotate even, odd, even, odd. We will also be continuing with our 85-minute blocks, so the length of classes will stay the same. One other thing that we're going to be trying next year, something new and innovative that we're excited about, is what we call a late start. Some of you may be familiar with some things that are happening across the country in a variety of school districts. There is a lot of research out there about teenagers starting their day just a little bit later because our brains aren't quite awake at 8 a.m. So we'd really like to experiment with this. And so we've decided to choose 3 days next year, 2 days in the fall semester and 1 day in the spring semester, where we'll have students arrive later. And of course, we'll ask for feedback from our parents and our students about how that went to see whether that's something we want to experiment with more and integrate more in our schedule in the future. So we're excited about that opportunity. So now I'd like to share with you a bit of our rationale. Why are we changing this schedule? Why are we changing the block? We're actually responding to feedback from students and teachers. And we have a real opportunity to improve our current schedule. I'm fortunate to work in a community that really evaluates our processes often, and if we see that something can be improved, then we want to spend time and get some feedback about how we can make it better. So we're not overhauling the schedule. In my mind, we're improving, we're making it much better, and that's with the help of feedback from our students and teachers. It's also a school-wide stated goal in our strategic plan as we went through our accreditation process a few years back. And of course, at the heart of it all, our goal is to optimize the teaching and learning experience. Those minutes, those hours that our students spend on campus and in the classrooms are valuable. And the more that we can do to use that time more effectively, the better our experience is for our students and their learning opportunities. So I wanted to share with all of you some of the specific feedback that we received. Specifically, office hours is very popular with our students, and that's independent time for our students to seek out teachers, classes that they need more help in. And there was feedback that office hours, that block time, could be improved. Daily homeroom. Right now we have a homeroom almost every day, and our students and our teachers found that it's really not necessary. And so we've pulled back a little bit on the frequency of homeroom. Our even and odd blocks, we've heard. We want them to be more even. Our faculty feel it in terms of the lesson in the year, and our students feel it. And so we've been able to alleviate that by evening out by the end of a semester, even days and odd days. They will meet the same number of times. The feedback also told us that the schedule can better optimize class time. Our student athletes will sometimes be dismissed from school a little bit early to head out to games, and we received feedback that if we could alleviate that a little bit, it would be less of an impact and disruption in the school day. Our process to evaluate and amend our current block schedule was a 2-year process, and I want to thank all of our faculty who were involved in a committee. They volunteered to be part of a committee to evaluate and propose a new schedule. They obtained input from our students, faculty, and staff in that process as well. And with that, I want to wish everyone a great rest of this academic year. I look forward to some of these changes in the coming year, and I know that it will do much to improve the experience of our Pioneer students and teachers and community on campus. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and as a way to prove that you did your homework, what I'd like you to do is the next time you drive in our driveway during morning traffic and you see me, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and that'll be proof that you watched our video. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.